Well, capital and imperialist forces survive through depoliticizing the youth. That's why they advertise alcohol. Who's going to learn politics in alcohol? That's why they want to make you believe so much that by going to church our problems are going to be solved. That's why you pray for the God of Israel, the God of Jerusalem, that is bombarding innocent children of Palestine. And they want to keep you there because they want to depoliticize you. They want to use religion to lull the society so that the society is not political. And a political society cannot confront the system. And that's what the system enjoys. That's why they say to you, you are unemployed because of Zimbabweans. You don't have land because of Zimbabweans. You don't have economic opportunities because of Zimbabweans. We faced Zimbabweans. We faced Malawians. We took them home. Some Zimbabweans are still in Musina. If you are staying in a back room, you are still staying in a back room even when Zimbabweans are gone because they lied to you. They said to you, all of your problems are caused by Africans. How can a person who's suffering the same pain as you cause you a problem? You are all victims of capital. You are all victims of slavery. You are all victims of colonialism, of imperialism. All of Africa. That's why when you go to America, to China, to Eastern Europe, everywhere of Europe, and you say, I'm from South Africa. But how is Lagos? Because they can't differentiate all of you. They are treating you as one because you are hated everywhere. Then they come in and depoliticize you by planting a seed of division. And you see your fellow African as an enemy. And you see a European occupier as an investor. A person who keeps you out of the gates of the economy is the most loved person. This economy of South Africa was built by all of Southern Africa. All of Southern Africa, African economy was colonized by Cecil Rhodes. All of us. These mines you are talking about, they were worked by everybody. This Johannesburg of gold you are talking about, it was worked by everybody in Southern Africa. This country was built by all Africans who contribute. Leave what they say that, no, they got you in exile. They were leave that. They did it here. That's why there is a language called Fanaka law. Because Mozambicans, South Africans, the Zulus, the Xhosas, the Pedis, the Zimbabweans met underground when they were producing the minerals and could not speak to each other. They had to develop a language called Fanaka law. The EFF was not there. But they say these people were brought by the EFF. We must check, when was the EFF formed? 2013. When was Fanaka law formed? And how did the Fanaka law language get formed? It was because Africans came together to work on the economy of Southern Africa. All of us colonized by one man, Cecil John Rhodes. His grave is here in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, it was named after him. It's called Rhodosia. It was named after Rhodes. So, all of us were squeezed by one man. One man. And then we instead of uniting against one man, we fight one another. All of these problems we see here can be driven to one man. That's now Tambo and others removed his statue at the University of Cape Town. Because they said we cannot celebrate this evil force. To put a statue of a man who killed our people, stole our land and stole our minerals in public is to worship a criminal. That was a just cause to remove a statue of a criminal. So we are where we are because of the occupiers, not because of Zimbabweans. They do that to you because they depoliticize you. And that's why I'm telling you what I'm telling you, even when they say to you, don't vote for him because he says these things that he's saying, don't vote for him. I don't care about votes. I care about politicizing the youth. As long as you are politicized, if you are politicized, you are going to rise one day against the system, the evil system of Donald Trump. Why should we prioritize elections and votes over the lives of innocent children that were sleeping in cold weather in South Africa because you chased people out of Alexander? Here is Alexander. Millions of black Africans are squeezed together in one place. Next to Alexander, there is an open land owned by University of Witwatersrand. Witwatersrand, because it's associated with a white man. These blacks are scared to go and occupy that land. They would rather stay in squalor, squeezed, cramped, like sardines. And then they see a land that looked like it's owned by a white man. They will never go there. Instead of saying, but we can't live like this. Let's unite and go and take that thing. We don't do that. A good picture, it's a picture of Stellenbosch. What is that? Kamnandi, just outside Stellenbosch. There's a squatter camp. It's formalized now. There's a squatter camp here. Those guys stay like this. And it's a bit on a hill. When you are there, there is a beautiful land, green all over, going those many hectares, with one house of a white man in a 3,000 hectares of land. One white house, British colonial design house. They will never go there. And when I go to Kamnandi, I say to them, we must go and take that land. We must go and occupy that land. We can't live like this. They don't go, but I will never stop. Because to politicize people is not a quick arrangement. It's longevity. If you are used to quick, it's your own problem. We are used to longevity. So revolution is not I'm coming. No. Revolution is about working on instilling ideas on young people until they appreciate these ideas. And one day when the youth of Kamnandi stand up and go into that farm in Stellenbosch, they will be speaking about us the same way we speak about Onkgopotse Tiru. When he said those things, he never thought that he is going to live to see them. But he was saying them to instill and plant a seed that will be produced for future generation. And we are beneficiaries of what he said here in Teflo. So we formed the EFF to politicize the people, and we formed the EFF Youth Command to politicize the youth of South Africa because they wanted to depoliticize you by calling you AMA 2000. That you are so defocused, you have no idea what's happening, and they want you to believe that you have no role. Yours is just to push vibes, and you have nothing to do with what can change the country. And we're doing everything in our power to counter that.